Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Bears. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the Water Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of Throwback Thursday here on Madden 19 with the Los Angeles Chargers fantasy draft rebuild. I hope you guys are excited because we are continuing year number 3, and we are actually finishing year number 3 in this episode. So I hope you guys are excited. If you are, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Let's get right into the video. Okay, here we are. It is time for week 10 against the Carolina Panthers. As you can see, we have struggled so far this season. No surprise, they're 3-4-1, and I have made the move. I made the move in the last episode towards the end of it. We're going with Curry Daniel, rookie quarterback out of Michigan State, 23 years old, a little bit older than I would like, but he has the reins of the team now. Josh Allen's still here. And it doesn't mean that I'm going to go away completely from Josh Allen. It doesn't mean that Curry Daniel's got the spot locked up for good. But Curry Daniel, we're going to see what he can do. We are going to see how good Curry Daniel can be in the final pieces of simulation here. And we're going to jump in. We're going to play the moments against the Carolina Panthers. Then we will simulate the rest of the season and see how good this team can do with a rookie quarterback on the roster. I hope you guys are excited. Let's get right to it. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's go play Carolina on the road and see if we can get our 4th win of the season.
Gordon's got the ground game. It's the coach, and you're watching Madden 19 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll get a look at Melvin Gordon, fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Carolina Panthers. With that, let's get up to Charlotte. Standing by, our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault, and that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they enter play here. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers. Well, the defense did their job. They didn't allow any points on the opening drive. Now, second drive of the game. First for this offense.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is time. We get to see Curry Daniel, the rookie, come out onto the field for the first time. We are going up against Carolina, who has, funny enough, they have Mr. Happy Ending, Deshaun Watson, as their quarterback. So I thought that was pretty funny when I saw that. But Curry Daniel completes his first pass of the game. You love to see it, just taking little short things, taking the things that are given to us. There's Jonnu Smith. He's open now. Jonnu with a nice play. 2 for 2, 15 yards. Okay. We're looking good. We're looking good. You love to see all this. Let's see if we can get a good old-fashioned run play here. It's Marshawn Lynch. He's going nowhere. 2 yards. I thought I might be able to get a little bit more there. I don't know where McCaffrey was. McCaffrey's not out there on this play. Going up against his real-life team, I guess. Just check that down. It's Marshawn Lynch. Why am I playing better with Curry Daniel than I was with Josh Allen? Maybe because I'm not taking as many stupid deep shots as I did with Josh Allen. That's a possibility. Okay, McCaffrey's back in. It's not Darren Waller. That's the rookie Waller. That's not good. Yep. The play action took way too long, and it ran us right into the lineman. I knew that was going to be bad the moment I saw him run that way with the play action. That was really bad. Really, really bad. That's okay. It is all right, all right, all right. because if I could just scramble here. Curry Daniel throwing on the run, just not good. He doesn't have the ability to throw on the run like I was hoping he would. Antonio Brown was a little bit open there. He had a step on his man. He might have been able to do something. You never know. It's 3rd and 17. I'm going to check that down. That's John Ross. Great block down the field from Mike Williams. Another great block. Mike Williams just threw 2 of the greatest blocks I've ever seen in my existence. And John Ross takes a 3rd and 17, 56 yards for a touchdown. And that play doesn't happen without Mike Williams. He threw 1 good block, then gets to the second level and throws another block. And John Ross, the speedy John Ross, takes it to the end zone. Wow, I did not see that coming at all. Mike Williams with the team player mentality there, throwing a great block. And we are up 21-7 on Carolina, 27-7 now on Carolina. And we're about to get another one here. A field goal makes it 30-7. Curry Daniel, is he the guy? Has Curry Daniel been the missing piece? There's another touchdown. We're up 30 points on Carolina at home. They score a touchdown. We get another touchdown. It's going back and forth here. Jump in one more time. This one is over. It is 44-14, and Curry Daniel has been dominant. I can't wait to look at the stats and see just how dominant he was. I mean, there's the stat line right there. 282 and 3 touchdowns for Curry Daniel. Fantastic. There's the field goal, and that's the game. The Chargers are here to play with Mr. Curry. Wow. We got to take a look at these stats. Curry Daniel, 22 of 31, 282 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Mwah! Chef's kiss, a flawless performance from Curry Daniel. 26 carries, 155 yards, and 3 touchdowns for McCaffrey. This is exactly what I was expecting when we switched to the Carolina playbook. I'm so happy that we did that. 6 catches, 60 yards. Unfortunately, the Carolina playbook doesn't allow for a lot of receivers to get involved, but McCaffrey does get involved a lot. Shazier has 8 tackles. We sacked Deshaun Watson, looks like 3 times. 1 with Von Miller, 1 with Randy Gregory, and then a half a sack for John Allen and Sean Lee. And we picked off Deshaun Watson twice, Cam Chancellor, and Curry Cadigan. So, okay. We're looking pretty good. We've got the pieces. We just got to figure it out. 47-14, we blew out the Panthers. Let's go back and finish this season out strong, baby. I'm excited. Okay, here we are, week 11. We're going to start simulating the rest of the season. And as a starter, Curry Daniel, Curry Cadigan is our... Wait, do we have 2 Currys on the team? Is his name Curry too? It is. I didn't even realize we had 2 Currys on the team. That just completely blew my mind. But Curry Daniel is 2-0 as a starting quarterback in the NFL. We are taking on the 7-2 Bengals, which is going to be a pretty daunting task to take on. But I've been very impressed with how Curry Daniel's been handling himself here. We'll scout a few running backs. Doesn't seem like there's anybody too great. I mean, they're projected to 1 first rounder and then a bunch of third rounders, so that's not great. There does seem to be a couple really good wide receivers, so that's positive. There's 3 top ones there. I don't know what draft pick we're going to have. Let's see if we can beat the Bengals here. It's going to be a pretty tough task to try and beat Cincinnati. They're 7-2 on the year. Look like one of the best teams in the NFL. And Curry Daniel gets us a win. Curry Daniel is that guy. He is him. Wow. Curry Daniel. Who needs Josh Allen when you've got a man named Curry? Let's do a little bit more scouting on that other wide receiver that I didn't finish. Scout you. We'll scout you. Oh, he's actually a 1. Mario Rowe, late first round talent. We'll have to keep an eye on him. Tight ends. We'll scout some tight ends just in case there's some good ones. There's some options here. Nothing amazing, but there's some options down the board a little bit. We could pick up a tight end. I think we did draft a tight end last season. Now we're going up against the 6-4 Patriots. We're back at home in the StubHub Center. So let's see if we can go 4-0 with Curry Daniel as the quarterback of the Chargers. His undefeated streak comes to an end. We lose to the Patriots. Von Miller actually gets an upgrade point to go up to a 99 overall, so that's cool. That's unfortunate, though, that Curry couldn't beat the Patriots. So we're still not on the level of beating the top teams, but we can compete at least with some of the middle-of-the-road teams, because that's what we are. We're a middle-of-the-road team. Let's scout some safeties, scout a couple corners, and we'll go from there. We'll scout some linebackers next. We do have to probably sign some more guys to contracts. As you could probably tell, there is some players ready to negotiate, so we'll have to do that. Are we playing the Raiders? I didn't see who we were playing. We play the Raiders and we lose to the Raiders. So now we are 5-6-1. 5-6-1. We've got some pretty big games coming up against Buffalo, against Kansas City. So we got some pretty tough games. And let's continue scouting. And we'll scout this guy because I skipped over him. Now we'll go to linebackers. Oh, there's not a lot of outside linebackers, at least right outside linebackers. There's some good middle linebackers. Maybe not good, but there's depth at middle linebacker. And we're taking on the 11-1 Saints. Oh, it's over. It's over. We're not going to be able to beat the 11-1 Saints. You kidding me? We could barely beat the Patriots. We do. So of course we beat the 11-1 Saints. That makes complete sense. Sadiq Stevens comes back from injury. So we beat the Saints without Sadiq Stevens. That's pretty impressive. But there is another injury. So who's injured now? It is Danico Autry broke his ankle and he's out for 23 weeks. We got to place him on the IR. I mean, that's just that's a bad scenario. We get our center back Marquise Pouncey in 2 weeks. So that's good. That is not a good situation for Danico Autry. He's already on his last legs as a player. He's older. So having him get injured like that, missing most of next season too, that's a tough situation. The outside linebacking core or depth in this class is not it. So it's a good thing we don't really need a linebacker because we wouldn't be able to get one if we could. There is not a whole lot of options there at the outside linebacker. We're taking on the Chiefs, who I think are the team that we tied with. Maybe they aren't. I don't remember who the team we tied with was. But it's another rivalry game, and we won 21-7. So are we going to sneak in as a wild card team? We are currently 7-6-1. The Broncos are probably going to win the division. Another injury. It is La'el Collins out for 6 weeks with a dislocated ankle. Why is everybody hurting their ankles? We got a broken ankle and now a dislocated ankle? I don't know what's going on. Who's our starting right tackle now? Because that could really affect us going into these final weeks. We have our rookie Jensen as the starting right tackle. That is not a good scenario. Yikes. We're going to be in trouble here. We are going to be in trouble these final 2 weeks of the season. We can finish out scouting some D tackles. It looks like a decently good D tackle draft in terms of depth. What about pass rushers? Lewis Cox looks good. Everybody else seems to be okay. All right, so there could be some gems on the defensive line. Not so much the linebackers. And now we've got the 4-9-1 Falcons. Everybody's tying this simulation. I don't know what's going on. Can we get another win here? We need to get a win to keep up with the rest of the division, or at least with the Broncos. And we lose 17-12, so that's probably our playoff hopes gone. But Marquise Pouncey does come back, so that's good. And now we can upgrade our players. Jake Elliott gets an upgrade. Terrell Edmonds gets an upgrade. I should probably take a look at these players ready to negotiate. We got 10 players ready. I know Big John Hankins is one of them. He wants $36 million. Everybody else is pretty cheap. Tyrell Crosby, we don't need to bring back. Marshawn Lynch, it's been real, but we don't need to bring you back. Danico, you're injured, so we don't need to bring you back. Morris Claiborne, you were really just a corner that we had brought in for depth. We don't need to bring you back. Eli Apple, I want to bring back because I enjoy Eli Apple. So I want to bring you back on a 2-year contract. Wow, he's going to be picky? Okay. Ross Cockrell, I do think Ross Cockrell could be a very good piece for us for another season. He is not going to come back either. Am I really going to offer a lot of money to you guys? I didn't really want to offer a lot of money to you guys. We'll go with about $7 million for Quandre Diggs, and he's coming back, so we finally get somebody back. John Hankins is going to be a pretty expensive contract, but we do have the cap space to do it. I'm just trying to figure out who I want to bring back, where to spend that money. The salary needs improvement, so nobody wanted to come back. Everybody said the salary needs improvement, the bonus needs improvement. Figure it out. Figure it out. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Is there any good pass rushers? There's some really good pass rushers down the board here in the 4th round and in the 5th round. Okay, so everybody that's projected to go in the draft looks to be pretty good on the defensive line, except for the D-tackle spot. There's a couple good D-tackles in there. But the final game of the regular season, are we going to make the playoffs? I don't think we are. Even with our 7-7-1 record, I don't think we're going to make the playoffs if we win this game. But Curry Daniel has finished the season pretty strong. We do lose 41-9. Yikes. We got obliterated in that game. But the Bills were like a 10-win football team. They were pretty good. So we aren't going to make the playoffs for the 3rd straight year, which is a little bit sad and a little bit unfortunate. We will go through the awards a little bit later. I don't want to do that right now. But we got to sign all these practice squad players because our season is over. We'll get back there in season 4, especially if Curry Daniel gets more time to develop because he played pretty well. Let's take a look at the stats to see what exactly went down here. So Curry Daniel played the second half of the season. He threw for 2,100 yards, 13 touchdowns to just 6 picks. And Josh Allen, 1,800 yards, 11 touchdowns, 7 picks. So both guys played not amazing, but both guys played pretty good too. McCaffrey almost got 1,000 yards rushing, 8 touchdowns, 245 carries. No receiver did that great, but that's just what happens with the way the Carolina playbook works out. Then we go to the defensive side of things, and oh my God, Ryan Shazier is an absolute monster. 138 tackles, 105 for Sean Lee. Sack leader, Von Miller, 14.5. 9 for Sean Lee, 8.5 for Ryan Shazier, 6 for Randy Gregory, 5 for John Hankins. Interception leaders, Shazier had 2, Cadigan had 2, Hayden had 2, Chancellor had 2, and Diggs and Cockrell had 1. So Ryan Shazier just had a phenomenal season. 130 plus tackles, 8.5 sacks, and 2 interceptions. I hope he's in conversations for Defensive Player of the Year because those numbers are amazing. Cedric Douglas didn't get a kick return, touchdown. I really hope he's in conversations for it because he should have been Defensive Player of the Year. He had an amazing season. Carson Wentz wins the MVP. Sean Payton, Coach of the Year. AFC stuff is Wentz. It's Dylan Cole. Shazier finished second to Dylan Cole. Then you got Javari Roberts, I think is how you pronounce that name. Brandon Kindle, Carson Wentz, Zeke Elliott, Doug Baldwin, David Bakhtiari, Chandler Jones, Ryan Shazier. So he does get best linebacker. Pat Surtain and Josh Lambo. And then on the NFC side of things, it's Derek Carr, it's Mark Barron, it's Edwin Sharf, Dwayne Walters. Some of these names are throwing me for a loop. Derek Carr, Tevin Coleman, Christian Kirk, Rodney Hudson, Calais Campbell, Manti Te'o, Malcolm Jenkins, Matt Prater. So we beat the Saints, didn't we? And they had a lot of award winners. So those are your stats. Those are your award winners. We can go to the Pro Bowl to see if anybody made the Pro Bowl. I would assume Shazier made it. Maybe McCaffrey made it as like the last running back. Probably not. Maybe Sean Lee made it. Quandre Diggs could have made it possibly. There's a couple guys on defense that probably made it. Big John Hankins might have made it. Advance to the Pro Bowl now, as we don't make the playoffs for the 3rd straight year. Frustrating. View the Pro Bowl roster. It's Titans and Cardinals in the Super Bowl. All right, so let's see who made the Pro Bowl. So we get no McCaffrey. We get no receivers, no tight ends, no offensive linemen, no defensive linemen, but we do get Von Miller, so that's 1. We get Shazier, that's 2. We get Sean Lee, that's 3. So all three of our linebackers got the Pro Bowl. We get 3 players on the Pro Bowl, and Jake Elliott's 4. So we get 4 Pro Bowlers this season. All 3 of our linebackers, which tells you something. That's pretty amazing. And then we go to the Super Bowl, Titans and Cardinals. Who's going to win? Who's going to lose? I don't even know who I would vote for. I'd say, hopefully, I guess the Cardinals, because that means that the NFC didn't win or didn't lose the Super Bowl to an AFC team. We do get to scout a few more players before we head to free agency or for the offseason. So let's see. Who should we scout? Probably some more offensive linemen, but it doesn't look like there's any good offensive linemen there. There's a couple good centers in the class. Not very good guards, as you wouldn't expect. There never really is. And then the best left guard in the class isn't great. So it's going to be an interesting draft. I don't even know what pick we have. But we go to the re-sign period, which is where we will pick up for next episode. We will do Season 3 off-season in the next episode, next Thursday. So hope you guys are excited for that. But I do want to check, as we end this episode, Cardinals won, by the way, 17-14. So they are the Super Bowl champions. Curry Daniel is going to be the starter. I'm going to give him the job over Josh Allen for the entire season. But let's take a look. What is our draft pick for this upcoming draft? We have pick 12 and pick 29, so that's not bad. We have 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, a third, a fourth, 2 5s, 2 6s, and a 7. So we've got a lot of draft capital, and they're pretty decent. Pick 12 and pick 29, not bad. Not bad one bit. I'm assuming that pick 12 is obviously ours, and then pick 29 is whoever we traded with last time. So that is how this Thursday's episode is going to go. We need to make some improvements, mainly on the offensive line. I think our skill position players are good. We need to make some improvements on the offensive line. Who are you? Let me take a look at you. Wes Kozer, I think we drafted you, didn't we? Yeah, we might as well put you at the starting center spot since you're a higher overall already. We need to get a better right guard. We need to get a better left guard, a better center, better right tackle. I am okay with Hobbs being our left tackle. On defense, our defense is really good. I mean, we've got stud linebackers. We've got Cadigan, who's good. The defensive line could use a little bit of work, but it's still good. Corner, we could use some work. I mean, this whole team, there are some holes. So there's obvious needs on both sides of the ball that we need to fix. So hopefully we can do that, at least start doing that in this next episode in the offseason. So I hope you guys did enjoy. That's going to do it for this episode, this Throwback Thursday episode. I hope you guys, if you did enjoy, I'm going to say the same thing. If you did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.